So now let's talk about class methods. Methods are special functions inside the body of a class, as you can see here, as I wrote up here. So each method has the self argument as the first parameter, and let's see how the syntax is written. So we have def, and then we're going to say get real self as our argument, and then we're going to say return self dot real. We'll also do the same thing for the imaginary part. So we're going to have get imag self, and then we're going to say return self dot imag. All right. So what these are inspectors, or they're also called getters. So we can actually use these methods by doing the following. So we initialize our class instance. So let's say complex with the attributes arguments 2.5 and 5.2, and then we're going to print, and we're going to use the actual methods we just typed out. So real, and then we have C get imag. As you can see, it auto fills for us right here. So when we print, it checks out. So we can also have two other methods we're going to define right now. So now we had getters, or inspectors as we call them. We're also now going to have mutators or setters. What these do, they're used to change the value defined in the method. So set real, in this case we're doing the real and the imaginary parts. So we're going to have self and val arguments. And these arguments, so we have the self from before and we have the new value. So we're going to set self, so we have self dot real equals val. So we did this for the real and the real part, and then we're going to do the same thing for the imaginary part. So self, whoops, not set real, imag self. I am all over the place today, so self, there we go, sorry about that. So we have val, okay, we have val and we have self, let's delete that. There we go. So colon, and alright, so we did the same thing. So self imag this time, imag equals val. Alright, so now we have our getters and setters, or inspectors and mutators. So let's do this same code we did here, but in a different way this time. So we're going to erase this. So C equals complex. So we're going to say just without any values passed. So we have C dot set real. So we're using this to change the value. Remember, we defined before that as 0 initially. So we're changing the value now to 1. And we have the set imag. Well, we could do set real. You could do it either way, whatever. Set to 2. And then when we print, so we're going to print this now. Print. And then we're going to say C dot get real. So get is used to return the value, as you can see in this code that's defined up here. So we get real and we get imag. Oops, I forgot the parentheses. Like in all methods, you should define the parentheses. You should not forget the parentheses themselves. And there we go. So some might argue that these methods aren't really needed, but later on we'll see that this isn't the case. Because in object-oriented programming, we should take care to control access to data. So the user shouldn't really be messing with whatever's in the class, because we'll see later on that we make these attributes private. So I'll explain that more in detail in the next tutorial, so be sure to tune in next time.